people, good people. How are you doing here? This is your Sis-Lo, and I am doing my hair. Come on here. Come on in. Come on in. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Y'all come up here. Oh, I have to go. Oh, I know how I can do this. So what's up, everybody? Yeah, I do my hair myself. I use old school because I am the old school stylish y'all. So here's what it is about. Alright, alright. I think I'm gonna do this. I want to press a little on a tight side. On the side, let's press a little bit on the tight side. So I am going to use my, well, I'm using old school Marcel iron. So I'm going to use my D. This is probably a G, H, and I'm gonna guess it said L. Yep, that's L. That's L. What's that? This is, they're so old. Okay, and yep, that's H, and this one is a J. That was all a little bit for the most part. And this is definitely a big size. See, I use my seal. I can't get with the little electric coolers that everybody uses. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm stuck in the past. I mean, I can use flat irons and stuff if I want to, but I've gotten so used to the weight and it's probably like why my tendonitis so bad. But I'm so used to the weight of the iron and the shickles and tines and clicks up that, yeah, that part. Okay, so what is this one? Hold on. Try to see what I do with my hand. You already know this stars. Oh, here. Is that it? Is that? Yeah, here it is. No, it's a mess. No, yeah. Somebody tried to scam me the other day. Somebody tried to scam me. Oh, shit. Shit. Hold on. Shit. Yeah. No, I want to copy the thing. But it's square. Yeah. But anyway, somebody tried to scam me, like, to, make me give them some thousands of dollars. When they saw that I wasn't giving up nothing, and I told them how broke I really am. And they act a friend of mine's page. So when they saw that I was putting the strings that they were trying to pull, they blocked me. How you gonna block me from somebody else's page? So yeah, oh y'all trying to get this link. I'm gonna try to come in and keep me company while I do my what is wrong? Okay. So yeah, I am trying to get the link so that I can invite you guys to keep me company. Okay, so I think I can copy. There it is. There it is. There she go. Oh, so I just did my hair a couple days ago, but I decided to wash it and do it over. And I don't know if you guys know, it is so much easier to do it shorter. It'll take like a couple minutes, just a few minutes. Okay, here we go, y'all. Check. I want you from the shadow. I'm kind of angry, y'all. I should angry that. Okay, cool. There we go. So now, there, maybe someone will be kind enough to come and join me there. All right, come and sit with you guys and join me while I stretching out my unruly walk. Okay, so basically, all I'm doing is putting a few coins in that thing. It's gonna be hard doing this while I'm trying to watch what's going on. Sorry, sorry. I'm gonna have to take smaller pieces because it's short, and I want to get way out of my hair. Like, how much fun this does. Baby, Right, all right. Sitting on the side of my bed doing this. Yeah, let's do it. In order to be able to go live. Yeah, baby, yeah. Get the back part out the way. That's the hardest part to do for me. Because my eyes got very. So, y'all, while we are taking time to do this here, what y'all thinking about this this nasty Nesto? That's what everybody call it. Nesto, Mr. Strawberry. That's what we gonna call him, Mr. Strawberry. Actually, you don't know who he a Mr. to because this Joker married 4 times, and all of them coincided with one another. And come to find out, the wife that he married 38 years ago, he's still married to. So not only is his marriage to Shirley Strawberry null and void, but all the women before that is null and void because he was still married to the woman he was married to um 38 years ago. And she provided receipt and went into the courthouse and got a notarized certified copy of the fact that they are still in fact married. Now, the only thing that I have with that whole thing is if she knew it, why she didn't say something before now. This is some I don't know if y'all can see this because of the light in this way. There we go. Got to be beat stripping. It's just a texturizing finishing spray, but I'm using it to curl it's like a holding spray, so it's okay to curl with it because it just keeps your like kind of like lots of nice curls in place. This is just oil sheen. There you go. This old school pump it up, and that's just what I'm gonna use after I'm done. But basically, that's it. I set it with some oil mousse, oil, a little oil, and some pink luster. I put the pink luster on first, honed it through, then I put a little oil in my hand, rubbed it in good, then I brushed it through really good. I started setting it, molding it in the direction I wanted it to go in, and then I put the mousse on it and kind of finalized the setting. Then I tied it down, sat under the dryer. And that is what I have to do. Then when I got done, I just put a little curling wax, beeswax, old school beeswax. So that when I curl, especially when you curl a short hair, you don't want that fuzzy, dry look. So yeah, I put a little beeswax on it to kind of, get the curls in there and have them looking nice and smooth. Now listen, I might turn away from this thing when I get ready to curl by my ear because baby, don't nobody want to be burned. Ain't got time for that. But I'm gonna use a smaller curler when I get this little part right there. So I'm gonna wait till I get the change curl. But yeah, I might just have to turn the camera somewhere because I don't want y'all to stop burn myself. I might start speaking in unknown tongues, something like that. Next time I'm the Holy Ghost, you know. That time. But anyway, so I just want y'all to know what kind of stuff I was using on my hair, just in case you were interested. And but anyway, as far as Mr. Nesto is concerned, the wife, the first original wife, provided receipts, and she went to the courthouse and got a certified copy. My question is though, why didn't she do this like years ago? Like I can see her not doing it when he married those other couple of wives. But what I don't understand with her and some of these other women is why didn't somebody speak up when he proposed to Shirley on that nationally syndicated radio thing? Why didn't somebody say something then? Why they let it go? Because they could have really stopped this. So it makes me wonder if, they had something to gain out of this whole thing. Because they couldn't have done, if they can go back and say, no, how he married to her when he's still married to me kind of thing, why you ain't say that when this man was marrying all these other people and making children? Because he obviously he was making babies while he was still married to her. And why was that okay? Sus, why you ain't speak up? Why you mad that this had happened? Was you getting something out of this? Are you like getting a cut from each wife or something? Like really? I have so many questions. Like, why you ain't saying no? Were you scared to talk? I mean, tell me something, cause make it make sense for real. Cause this just ain't the sis just ain't sensing for me. You know, I don't get it. Like, I just don't get it. It's not making any kind of sense. Like, why y'all let this stuff go on so long? And, you know, so many women, so many people got hurt and didn't have to. Like, this man is not bigamous, I guess I would say by means too. So that didn't mean two eyes. Is he a polygamous or quadrigamous or hypochondriagamous or something? I don't know. What kind of title you would put on that? He liked the dun 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 song or something. He liked it, like really. And then check this out. All these women he married was older than him. You know what that was about. And it wasn't just like he liked that old sugar. It wasn't like he liked that old buttermilk, that old, you know, farmated milk. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it had to be something else to it. Something or something, right? So, and then all these women were established, very mature, and all this other stuff. And for one of those wives, the one he had that hair salon with, girlfriend wasn't playing when she was divorced. She was like, bruh, you gonna take on all your own responsibilities, all your bills, all your debt, your credit card, your car. I mean, she was naming it and being specific with her stuff. She was like, I ain't taking on that. That's your issue. So it's like she want when I'm done, I wanna be done. What? And I'm trying to see what kind of stuff made her want to divorce that dude. What happened? Like I need to, at this point, I need to know everybody's issue. I need to know why each one of them wanted the divorce. You know what I'm saying? Because I need to know if it was because he was nasty. Was it because he was abusive? Was it because he was in and out of prison? Was it because you know what? What the deal is? What had happened? Especially, if he had been doing these misdeeds to children and the trafficking and all this other stuff that they said he was doing. They, you know, whatever. Like, you know, even with the situation with the fact that he's doing time right now for the gun charge. He's doing 23 months for the gun charge, but he's still sitting up here feeding Shirley a crockabull that he was about to get out any day now. And this he didn't even tell the girl that he was sentenced for a gun charge, right? He just lying. Just lying. Just lying. And I don't get it. You already locked up. And then you gonna act dumb like you don't know why this woman stopped answering her phone. You know exactly why she stopped answering her phone. She found out you ain't dang no good. She found out you ain't no dang gum good. She found out that you're lying. That you ain't worth the paper you printed on. Oh, somebody. Hey, boo, hold on. I see you, girl. That's my baby from the come on, girl. Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, what's up?
What up, dog? What's going on?
Uh,
You
nothing much.
huh?
I said
Some
nothing much
girls?
going on.
Yeah. I see you. I was talking about Mr. Nasty Nesto. That's what everybody call him, Nasty Nesto.
Who?
Shirley Strawberry's husband.
Oh,
This
that's his
dude
name, Nesto?
got Nesto from Nesto's Cuts and all this. Girl, check this out. They found out that this dude got another wife.
How he got another wife? How he married two people?
No, boo boo. You mean how he married four?
Well, yeah, you can't do that legally.
No, he can't. And he didn't do it legally. He married four women, and the last woman came out and said that he's still married to her 38 years later, and came out and produced a certified copy of the marriage certification, showing that she and him are still, in fact, married.
So it's true then what they said about Strawberry and them lied about being married?
No, she didn't lie. She ain't lie about me being married. She didn't know. She thinks she married to the man.
Because I heard that they marriage was a fake, was a
No,
fraud.
nope. That marriage wasn't. It was a fake because she just found out like everybody else did that the dude's still married to his all these other women.
But I
She
heard that
didn't
a
know.
while ago.
Nah, she didn't know. She did not know that this
Well,
dude.
somebody had that idea.
Somebody might have had it, but this dude lied to her. He married. He was married to her, and the marriage from the last wife before her. He married her in 2016, but the wife that he had previous to her, that divorce wasn't final until 2021.
So I'm asking
Then
again how he really married to all these women if you can only be
he's
married to
not
one
really
person.
married. He's a bigamist. He's been doing this stuff illegally. That's the scam of it all.
But you ain't married if you ain't legally married.
Exactly. And she just finding this out because she was getting ready to, she's filing for a divorce, going through divorce proceedings, not knowing that she ain't never legally been married to the Joker anyway.
So no
So
papers? Like you get papers when you get married. You get a
she
certificate, you
got
get a
papers.
license, you
The
get
whole point of it is, Tanya, what I'm saying is he lied to her the whole time because he's a scammer. He been lying to her. He been going from different states, marrying different women, And they all in the same age bracket, 60, 70 years old, that type of thing.
Well, he must have married them in a backyard or something because there's no way
He
you can get married
married
and
her
not
on public
know
TV.
that you're not legally married. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's absolutely crazy. And what's even crazier is why these women just coming out the woodworks now telling this woman that they were married to him and that they just got their divorce final when they could have said that when they seen all over Essence magazine or whatever it was that covered that story that she was married to him and he proposed to her on radio, on live radio and all this and that. They should have been told. Why you ain't speak up then? Why you ain't speak up then? He was married to some woman down in towards the Chicago. This other woman in Atlanta, another woman down in one of the Carolinas, South Carolina, I think. And I mean, this joker just moving around and scamming all of them. And one of them, he got a 30-some-year-old daughter by. And then here's the nasty part, sis. This joker, the child, the reason why he can't be around kids and animals, this joker allegedly put peanut butter on somebody's child's genitals and made the dog lick it off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hold on one second, somebody call. Hold on one second, sis. All right, I'm sorry. Turning the mess. So yeah, this joker, he need to be if all the things that he's being charged of, if he gets convicted of all those things, somebody's back door. Hold on a second. Is somebody back here? Oh, that must have been when you came. Okay. If he gets charged with all those things, girl, he ain't gonna never get out of prison. And I'm gonna tell you something, he don't deserve to. He don't deserve to simply for the way he treated all these women and the way he's even got CPS or abuse cases or something against some of his own kids. What you do to your own child? You know, this
Mm-mm.
dude
And
is
this,
a
this and his
monster.
wife, and his wife, the one giving out relationship advice for the last how many years?
For a while. But I mean, you can't blame her for that, though. You can't blame her for that.
I ain't blaming her for shit, but I'm just
But I'm
saying,
just
all
saying,
this stuff is
when I
going
say
on under
you,
your nose.
when I say you, girl, it happens, sister. Do you think that the average woman would just want to be a fool?
The
You
average
think an average
woman
woman
wouldn't
would
have
want
all
to be
this
a
going
fool?
on under her nose
You,
without her
you know,
knowing.
right. Well, it did, and it happened to 4 other women by him.
Mm-mm. And again, this is the woman that's been giving out relationship advice for over 10
Right,
years. But
right. But she was doing it before she met him. She been doing it before she met him. Hell, I did
she
it.
should have been giving relationship advice before she met him.
Yeah,
Mm-mm-mm.
it is. It is
Before,
what it is.
after, and during.
I bet you right now she give you mental advice. She probably needs some help for real.
Mm-mm. This stuff couldn't go under my nose without shit. Every time I broke up with somebody, it took one occurrence. Shoot, I don't see how. I don't see how. That's just like with R. Kelly's wife. I don't see how. Like the same type of
Listen,
situation, like all that stuff going under your roof and you don't know nothing. That's
right?
crazy.
Girl, listen. I have I have no idea, and it's the whole thing of it bewilders me. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole everything. I'm like, it's all a mess. It's all a mess. Like, really. And he riding around. And then to top it off, this the part that really I'm like, ugh, she been evicted 5 times since she been with him. 5 times, sis. That's crazy. Now that part is like somebody of her intelligence, her stature, this that, and the other. Mm-mm. And then this how you know he's a narcissist because he controls her relationships with people around her. You know what I'm saying? It's like other people around, all her family members and stuff like that. He kind of puts a wedge between her and them. That's something else. That's like, dang, anytime somebody try to get you away from your family member, it's a setup. They're trying to, take you for everything you got and your support system that, kind of keeps you enlightened, of what's going on. But he has a type that he scams and scandals or whatever. There's a type that he picks, and one, they're all older than him. And then the other thing is they are all they of a certain prestige, or they're all what you call financially set or whatnot. So yeah, he picks women that he feel like he know he can, well, not feel like, but he know he can get over on because they're older, they're more established, but they still beautiful and well known. But he used that woman because of who she is in the public eye. So he can rub elbows with more celebrities, and it was all a game. All a game. It was all a game. And now he wondering why I'm talking about she not answering her phone. Something must be wrong with her. Yeah, something called she got you. She on to you. Joker. I just hate she had to lose everything first. And it's gonna take her a while. Because this is not, what he did to her gonna flat, it's gonna come back on her more than on him. Because just like you wondering, like, where this come from? How she do that? How she ain't know this? How she ain't know that? Everybody's thinking that way.
Because it ain't like this stuff just happened. There's been things going on with him and them for years. So to me on the outside looking in, it just looked like she put up with a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, she
That's what
did.
it looked like. So I
Yeah,
mean,
she
shit, I
did.
don't feel sorry for her ass at all because
But see, some of
I mean,
us
how many
do.
times do a
You know
person
what
got
I'm
to cheat
saying?
on you? How many houses do you got to lose? How many? I mean,
I've been in
this
a
ain't
mess
even that
myself.
serious.
That's what I'm saying. I've been in a mess myself, sis. I've been in a mess myself. I've been there. I was in the whole mess
And you have to
myself,
make a decision if you're gonna stay or go.
and I did. And I
Right. I
did.
mean, I know you
But
did,
it
but I'm
took,
just
but it
saying.
took 11 years and 2 kids, and my
And
baby
see,
had to
it's
suffer.
the same type of situation though. I mean, if you stay, you stay, and you just got to deal with the shit, and you can't even complain about the shit. You just,
Hmm.
some people it take longer to go, but in the end, it's like all the shit she putting up with now probably could have been prevented.
It could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. And there are some women that can really be easily manipulated, or because of their own self esteem and things like that that they have battled with and stuff like that. They, what I'm saying, they feel like they can't do any better, or there's a
And that's
lot
why
of
I'm single now because my esteem is too much. Because I don't put up with shit. I don't put up with no
exactly, and
foolishness
there's
when it comes to a
everybody.
grown ass man.
It's a gift to be like that. It's a
I
gift
mean,
to be
I
like
don't
that.
call it a gift. I just call it
I ain't
sometimes it just
calling it a gift. You ain't got to.
I don't
I'm a
know.
person who's been through stuff like that and had terrible self esteem. I mean, I was broken down so bad, T. I hated myself because I thought it was all me.
Well, see, my
I
thing
was
is, I grew up in the world of the women in my life, the older women, being abused, cheated on, beaten. I mean, I saw this throughout my whole life. All the women in my family, from my grandmas, my aunties, I mean, everybody. So that was something that instilled something in me when I got older. I ain't gonna put up with the bullshit. If a nigga cheat on me, it's a wrap. Ain't no
right,
2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 chances. So I didn't have some messed up relationships where they seemed all gravy. Then I find out the dude cheating, and it's a wrap. I
right.
can't stay
And
with no man
see,
who's cheating. I can't
and
stay with a
some
man who's
people,
having kids on the side or who put his hands on me. I just can't, and I won't. But a
right.
lot of women to this day, I know people I know personally putting up with that shit on a day to day.
Right.
And I'm like,
That's
we is
exactly
too
what I'm
old.
saying.
Like, we is too
That's
old to be
exactly
putting
what
up
I'm
with
saying.
people with stuff like that. That's crazy to me.
Right.
It's crazy to me that people sacrifice their whole happiness to have a man. It's crazy. But that's one thing I taught my little cousins and little nieces when they was coming up. Don't sacrifice your happiness for nobody. You
For
is not supposed to be
nobody.
miserable. You're not supposed to wake up and go to bed
Exactly.
miserable. You're not supposed to come home and not want to come home. I mean, you're not supposed to live
Right.
like that.
And see, there were times that I was at home, outside, sitting in the car, sis, didn't even want to go in the house. Didn't even want to go in the house because I already knew what I had to face.
Oh, I
You
get it.
know?
I get it. I was in one relationship where I used to get a second job just to not have to be home so much. And it wasn't no fighting and stuff like that, but it was just like a lot of disagreements, a lot of no laying the hands, but there's a lot of disagreements, a lot of arguments, and just you know how people just fade away from each other and you
Mm-hmm.
realize you don't even like each other anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you try. And it's like, okay, I'm coming home. I'm sitting outside, like you said, in the parking lot. I'm looking up at the house, or I'm like, let me find somebody who got some business this evening. Let me hit up my home girl, see what they doing, or let me work some extra hours. When it gets to that
Right.
point, and it's like the love is gone, there's nothing else there. You can either keep at it and hope for the best, or you can leave because what eventually is gonna happen, somebody gonna end up doing some shit.
Leaving. Yeah. Or
When you
somebody
ain't
gonna end
loving
up
on each other,
leaving.
somebody gonna end up loving on that
Mhm.
other person or loving on you because y'all ain't loving on each other.
Right.
And that's how it happens. And that's why some people say, you hear it all the time. People say, just leave before you start cheating. Leave. There's always that time and space to leave. But we, as a human, we want to keep trying and trying. And
Right.
sometimes it's okay to walk away. It's okay. And the sad part, this lady, how old? Almost what, 70?
69.
Yeah, she's
69.
almost 70 years old.
which is
Child,
right. And this younger man loves her. He telling
child,
her all his attention. He doing. You see what I'm
child.
saying? And he probably putting it on her when he ain't putting it on everybody
Ain't
else.
nothing wrong with that. Ain't no wrong. Ain't no wrong. You having a little Tyrone in your life, a little Day Day, a little. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gotta put up with all that shit though. It's okay to just kick it with somebody and move on. Like, all right, nigga, you can go on.
Right. I just got to the point to baby. I don't trust. I just don't trust. I'm done with it.
Yeah, you can't trust everybody. And you gotta look into people like remember that day when I had my panel? It wasn't a panel, but people
Mhm.
jumped on. And remember Sassy jumped on and she was saying how she ain't the kind of person who do research on a nigga when she meet him. And everybody
Right.
else on the panel was like, you don't even look up their IG or their Facebook or look up to see if they got a criminal history. You don't even like ask people about them. Like, hey, you know this nigga? I mean, everybody was kind of like, really?
Yeah.
Like the least, the minimum I'll do is look at their Facebook page to make sure they ain't really got no whole girlfriend or no whole wife.
Right. Right.
And I learned that at a young age because I used to be that gullible girl back in the day when I was young, like teenage 20s. And I believe a nigga at his word. Yeah, I'm single. Shit. Next thing you know, you see that nigga at the movies booed up with somebody.
Girl,
Or you visit a church
been
and
there,
he's
done
up
that.
there
And
with
girl,
his
let me
whole
tell
wife.
you, I thought when I was going through with my ex, when I went, I never will forget the movie. It was training day. I went to go see to the movies. Girl, why I see
Oh,
this
that's my
pastor?
movie.
Why I see this pastor that I knew with his baby mama from years back, and that wasn't his wife. I knew his wife and everything. He was with a whole nother woman at the movie, booed up. I acted
Mm-mm.
like I didn't remember who he was. Because I was like, I hurried up and got because I didn't want him to even know that I saw him.
I don't know if that's still a big thing here, but that was a big thing a while back in our community. Pastors sleeping around with everybody.
Do
Sure.
you see
I got a,
that?
close friend who was hit on by a pastor. I never forget. It was a close friend who was hit on by a pastor probably about
Wait a minute.
10 years ago. And he saw her
Hold
out and
on,
about
sweetie.
and was hollering at her.
Antibiotic. The antibiotic. And in the room somewhere. I mean, in the living room. Look on the table. The little different color
Oh,
antibiotic.
what can I spray
Must
for birds?
for birds.
Yeah. I ain't got not
Mm,
one bird feeder out here, not one water bird drinker thing. But I be having these birds on top of my deck, my patio or whatever on the roof,
you have to get you something like okay, you gotta give me a minute. So you gotta
like
get you
deer
something
spray
like
or bear spray, that type of stuff.
I don't know about that because I've never, but I know if you get you like almost like a it's something you can put up here that's almost like a tack strip kind of thing.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to build a nest on top of my
Right. So when they land on air, you need to get some chicken wire to cover up your gutters.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
it's kind
Which is,
of
and that'll help with the leaves getting in your gutters too. But yeah, you need it's almost like a kind of like a tack strip or something. I don't even know the thing was. Kind of like a tack strip or something where you so when they land on it sticks them in the bottom of their feet.
hmm
You need something like that 'cause they landed up there, and the next thing you know, you're gonna have bird crap everywhere, and they're gonna infiltrate, girl.
See, I
They're gonna
don't
make
want
it their
that to
hangout.
happen.
Yup, yup. And if you get a bird feeder or anything, they ain't gonna never leave. Yup, yup. You wanna get them on. So I'm finished. It didn't take me too long. Just started it, but it ain't taking me too long. Trying to, I'm gonna wrap. I don't know why I'm doing all this because I'm gonna wrap it up anyway. thing off.
Can you look in our inbox chat
In our at home. I mean,
on Facebook?
yeah.
I showed you a picture of what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm about to go.
See up there at the top?
I'm opening it up now. On top of the garage roof or where you
No, you
sitting
see the
at?
picture?
Yeah, I'm looking at the picture. Look like,
Yeah, that's the top of my deck. That's the top of my
oh,
patio.
I get you. I see what you're saying. So you're not talking about up under there. You're talking about on the outside, right?
They under there and on top.
Okay, so yeah, if you they under there, right there, where that little thing at, what I'm looking at, get you some chicken wire. It look like a little fence, and you get it about you get it about this wide.
You talking about
With
the
my hand.
stuff they used to tell people to put like in holes if they have like mice or something?
Yeah, but it's like chicken fencing, chicken wire is what they call it, right?
Yeah,
So
because
you
they
get
used to
that.
call it. I think that's what they used to call it. What back in the day when people had like mice or something, they would say put
Uh-huh.
that
And you're
wire
gonna
or
put it
something.
across. You're gonna put it across right down here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the
And
area.
it's gonna close it up. But all of these little groove eaves right here, the little grooves on the
Yeah, they
side of
be
the,
all in there. Yeah.
yeah, you need to put it all in there because they're gonna start nesting under there and you ain't gonna be able to sit out there, they're gonna start pooping all over
So
everything.
is the wire gonna hurt them, or they just gonna be like ouch and
No,
fly
it's
off?
gonna keep them out and they ain't gonna be able to latch on to anything. So you can just get a whole, actually you can put it across. You can put the wire, chicken wire across. Like I can't. I'm trying to show you on this picture. Across this whole little part right here, around there, and up the sides. I'm trying to. I'm up
But see, if I
right
put
here.
them up there, they just gonna fall down. Those are just grooves. It's like waves.
Now I'm saying you want to cover all of that, so you can just like it's almost like a paneling kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Just put it across the thing, but put it all like put the chicken wire across the whole roof part. You follow me? But it'll close it all the way off. And then what you can do is get you some LED lights and put them up there in the
Yeah, I
in the
already got lights like
ceiling.
around the rest of the. I got lights around the rest of the roof.
Right, uh, but this what I'm
Cause
saying.
you can see if you look real
To-
close, you see the lights. Like you see
yes,
them hanging
but
down.
what I'm saying is if you want to like kind of mask the chicken wire, it like it might get unattractive to you. But
I'll
I'm
just
saying
stick
put
it
it.
in the little. I'll just stick it in the little hole, the little pockets closer to the house. Cause I don't want to cover up my roof.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
cause
that's
I
what
like
I'm
I
saying.
like
You
it.
can
Well, I
put the
like the way it
LED
looks.
lights, or you can put like some ivy, artificial ivy, or there's ways that you can hang you some lighting or
Yeah, I
anything
got
to.
lights. That's what I was saying. I got lights all around the rest of the roof. Just not
Yeah,
like if you gotta look closely to see the lights. You probably don't see them, but they there. They go around the outside. Then I got some tracks across the inside. But it be real lit
okay.
up out here at nighttime.
I can
And then
believe
I
it,
have
baby.
then I have
I
I
already
got
know how
tiki
you
torches.
roll, mama.
Yeah, I got
I know.
tiki torches and stuff too out here. Cause I like to sit outside in the summer and the fall and you
Yeah,
know enjoy the
and you
weather.
shouldn't have to stop. But yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I said. You shouldn't have to stop
Yeah, I think
because
about doing this fire pit tonight.
I seen it on the picture. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I tie my hair down again. Okay. I need to
But what else is going on besides Shirley and her husband?
go. Uh, Krishan, Blueface.
Now I
Uh,
really don't know those people. I know y'all
I
was
don't
talking
know
about
him
them the
either,
other
but
night. Y'all was
knowing
talking
that
about
it's
them on my show the other night, and I had no idea who those people are.
some kids.
I'm like, who the hell is Blueface? Like, is that a rapper?
Yeah, he's a rapper slash narcissist. He's a
I,
rapper nature boy.
I was just about to say Nature Boy, narcissist like Nature Boy. And what's up? Why we ain't heard nothing about Nature Boy?
Because he's still locked up.
But I mean, he ain't been having no court dates, nothing going on.
His trial coming up the first of the year, I think.
Uh huh.
So that's all I know. That trial is coming up the first of the year. So
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn this the camera off now. The trial coming up the first of the year. So basically, you know, everybody kind of like waiting up to see the outcome of that to see how that's gonna work out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cause yeah, I wonder. I don't know how that's gonna work out. And then Velvet, his wife or ex-wife or estranged wife or whatever you want to call it, is married. I mean, is pregnant again. And she pregnant about one of the other cult members that just had a baby with
Uh-huh.
another cult member, former cult member. Well, them kids, they kids, and they don't know what they want to do. All of them, they just children, have babies having babies, playing grown-up games. That's all. That's exactly what they doing. That's it. I made some banana pudding ice cream last night. Yes, no, wait a minute. Day before yesterday. And it is so good.
I saw that on your Facebook.
Girl, oh my God. Listen, I made 2 5-quart buckets of it. And one of them, and then some. And one of them is already gone. Plus, people been calling me because they want to order it.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is it? Banana pudding ice cream?
Ice cream, yep. Yep.
So do you put like vanilla wafers and stuff in it?
Uh-huh.
And how do
And
the wafers like not get soggy, or is they like
they
you
frozen.
put that? Do you like throw them in last, or when you're eating it, or?
When I actually put the ice cream in the container, I layer it,
Mm-hmm.
and you can leave them whole or break them up. I think next time I'm gonna leave some whole and break some up because it's easier to scoop out.
If you break it up.
Mm-hmm. But
Mm-hmm.
the cookies still be crisp because they
Mm-hmm.
freeze. You freeze it right as soon as you fill the container.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You freeze it, and then when you get it while you're eating it, it's frozen, right? So,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
girl, yeah.
Okay.
So
I
next,
see
I'm
you.
going to make some straw uh strawberry, some cherry cheesecake, and banana split ice cream. Try doing
Mm-hmm.
those.
That sounds good.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got a lot of good reviews on it. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, you was cooking. What's up with that?
What you mean?
Like selling dinners and stuff.
I still do.
Oh, okay. I just ain't seen you post, I
But
guess.
I did that day.
Oh, okay.
I used to get like 20, 25 a plate.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So that's going. I mean, so I ain't like I'm doing a heck of a lot of it because physically I'm not up to it,
Hmm.
but it's enough to, keep my little money going.
Hmm.
I'm not doing it probably as often as you do cake.
Girl, too. It might seem like I'm doing a lot, but it's nothing compared to pre-COVID. I mean, pre-Rona. It's
It will
nothing
be
compared to
enough.
pre-Rona. Before Rona, I'm talking like every other day, all day, graduation seasons, like every day for a month, like just cakes flying out the door, flying out the door. But ever since the Rona happened and I stopped and I put a pause on it, just stay safe and stuff away from people.
Hmm.
So I literally just picked up a couple of months ago, just, got back
Yeah, but
into it.
everybody don't
So
know you back yet.
yeah, and that's the thing because
Everybody,
I be hearing people say, they be like, I didn't know you was doing it again. I'm like,
exactly.
yeah.
Everybody don't know you back yet, honey. When they get wind of that, it's probably gonna be even more, especially now because the holidays is about the winter holidays is about to start.
And that's when I usually get really busy. Like my busiest is
Exactly. Yep.
holidays and graduations. That's my busiest.
Graduations, yep. The
Graduations like
summertime,
crazy.
the
Yeah.
summertime, because you have birthdays, graduations,
Yeah.
family reunions, and all that, and
Hmm.
But then you get a little breaks for a minute. Then around Easter,
Hmm.
you get a little rush.
Yeah.
Then you take another
And I
little
always have
break.
specials like, but see, it's like, you know what? The thing about when you a baker, like, you know how when you a cook, right? When you a
Mm,
caterer or a chef, and
right.
every time you have something, it's like, okay, we got this, that, and that, and these sides. But when it comes to baking, like you can tell people, okay, I'm making this 6 desserts, and that's it. And people will still hit you up. Well, what about this, or what about that, or what about this, or can you make this? No. Now, around a normal basis, like a normal basis throughout the year, you can order whatever you want. But when it comes to like holidays or things like that, where you really have to just push cakes out back to back to back to back to back, it's easier if you have like a certain type that you're
Mm,
doing so you can do them in bulk, or you can like one year somebody ordered from me 5 banana pudding cakes, like 4 strawberry crunch shortcake cheesecakes, like when it's like all one thing, you can literally make 5 cakes at a time, decorate them back to back to back to back to back, then go on to the next flavor, then back to back to back, you know what I mean?
right. Right.
But if somebody's talking about, oh, I want this and I want this and I want a cheesecake and I want this and I want a bun cake and I want this, and like, I'm one person. I'm one person.
Right.
You either pick from these choices or you make it yourself or ask somebody else. Like, I'm serious. Like, shit, you go to Walmart and you only get what? Marble white and what else? Marble or white or what's the other flavor?
Chocolate.
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
You get like three
Uh,
flavors for a birthday cake. Like, come on now.
and the marble is a mix of the chocolate and the white.
Thank you. Thank you.
And now you get a different color batter with the same icing.
The same icing. Like,
Mm,
come on now. I'm one person. I ain't about to make 25 different flavor cakes. And I literally start on Thanksgiving is always Thursday, right? So I literally start Tuesday around midnight, and I finish around like midnight Thanksgiving, or like 2, 3 in that morning, because I be
uh-huh.
baking and decorating 24 hours straight to get everything done. So I'm like, no, no, I prefer it like that. Then the rest of the year you can get it whatever you want. Shit, caramel cake. I don't give a damn. Whatever you want. But one thing I don't do around the holidays is the cakes that take forever to make. And a caramel cake, that's something you got to stand at the stove. That's
Yeah.
if you're doing it from scratch. You have to
Yep,
stand at
and
the
you got
stove.
to cook it, and you can't move because
You
you
can't
can't let
move.
it burn,
Yep,
scorch, or
that's just like damn, why I can't think right now. German chocolate. When you making that shit, you gotta
mm-hmm.
stay at the stove, or the eggs
Yep,
gonna start curdling, and
yep.
yeah. So them are two cakes that I do not make around the busiest part of the season because I'm not about to waste
or
an
red
hour
velvet.
away on each cake just standing at the stove. Like that's ridiculous.
You can't do a red velvet like that either.
Exactly.
I actually hate doing red velvet, to be honest with you.
And I love a red velvet cake, a really good one with some really
I,
good cheese, cream
it
cheese
got to be
frosting.
good. The
Whew.
icing got to be right, and I don't want no freaking dry cake.
No, can't be
Cause
dry.
a lot, yo, I can't stand a red velvet cake that's dry.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh
but I
yeah,
don't like doing it.
my cakes be moist. They be good.
I don't like doing, and I don't like a red. It got a little flavor to it. I don't like the ones that just red and that's it. Give me
Yeah.
some kind of cherry or some kind of something to it. Don't just give me no kind. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
gotta have my cakes flavor, and I like my cakes. I like for my cakes to be flavored, so you know it's one of my cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I
Well, I
go, I
know.
like.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like going to when I go to the bakery supply store. I get some of the emulsions.
Mm-hmm.
You ever use the emulsions?
Who?
The emulsions, like lemon emulsion,
Emotion.
vanilla emulsion, almond emulsion. It's like a real thick, thick flavoring. It's like, and you don't need. It's like lemon emulsion is real lemony. It's like a real rich lemon flavor. The almond is nice. You don't need but a little bit. And the same thing with the vanilla. So and you can get butter.
And they
So
call what?
those, you know what, boo? I'm gonna send you some.
Emotions.
EMULSIONS. I'm gonna send you some, okay? And I
Okay.
want I want you to try it. I'm gonna send you some.
Emotions.
Girl, you're gonna love it because you can use it with cakes, with your cakes, with your ices, and making candy. You can use it with all of that.
Okay, I ain't never heard of that before.
Babe, I'm gonna send you some. Oh my God, now I want to go to the bakery store. I'm gonna try to go to the bakery supply store because I
You
gotta make some
basically
stuff.
just talking about flavoring, right?
Yeah, they're flavors.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like the same thing people use like when they make strawberries and all that kind of stuff. You have like different flavors. I know what you're talking about. I just don't probably know the brand because I don't think we probably
it's
carry
not a
that brand of
brand.
it.
Like you get them when you go. When I go to the bakery supply store,
Hmm.
um, it comes. It's like it's almost like their brand or the something that they sell. But
Yeah,
it's
they're a certain type of extract. I know what they are. It's just that
yes,
the
but
kind I
it's
use because
thick.
I have a big box of stuff like that. They just not called emotions. We don't call them emotions.
Yeah, they're thick and jelly like almost.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a real thick
Yeah, and
jelly.
they call emotions like what you're talking about. They're actually called emotions.
Mm,
And I just I didn't know what you was talking about because of the name, but
right.
yeah, I have a lot of different flavors that I use for like my especially my chocolates.
Yes.
But yeah.
And it's like you still use your regular flavorings, but it just people know your
Hmm.
stuff
Right,
because
right.
people know your stuff. And they have
Yeah.
one that's called Baker's Comp, or
Hmm.
which is like Baker's Comp will be equivalent to McCormick's Baker's Mix or Baker's uh I got it in the cake. It's cake batter. It's called cake batter.
Hmm.
So Baker's Comp is kind of equivalent to cake batter. It's like the one that they will use in um a store bought
Mhm.
um white or vanilla or something like that. It's a very,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got
Hmm.
an idea what you're talking about. Yeah.
But I
Uh-oh,
have a
my bad. I hit mute because of police sirens.
huh?
I said my bad. I hit mute because of the police sirens.
Oh, is it?
You know I live in the hood, girl. But what was I about to say? Oh, there's a hold on, I'm gonna send you a picture. The thing about being a cake decorator though that I do hate is that people don't understand the level of skill that it takes to make personalized custom design cakes. And so sometimes when you tell them how much it costs, they like taken back. Like
Okay.
I'm gonna send you something, and it's okay if you don't get it or if you don't, you know the answer. But I just want you to guess.
Okay. You about
So
sending?
I just sent something to our chat,
All
and I
right.
just want you to guess because this is what somebody wants me to make for them, and I just want you to guess how much I told them it would cost.
Okay.
Because that's the only thing I hate about being a cake decorator. They literally act like it takes 5 minutes to make a cake, or it's something that anybody could do, or you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to be able to bake a cake and throw some ingredients together and make a tasty cake, but to make a tasty cake or desserts and also make it look like it costs like a lot of money, like it came off a showroom floor, that's another thing. So, you just tell me how much you think something like that would cost.
Because I mean, you got to get your worth and not just cost, but labor. You know,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
like I was telling my godmom, the ice cream. Girl,
You got to contribute the labor. People don't even think about labor.
right? The labor and the cost of the product.
Hmm.
But something like this, it's gonna take you some time to prepare.
It's going to take hours.
It's going to take hours. It's gonna take a couple of different colors.
Hmm.
It's gonna take a lot of fondant.
Hmm.
It's going
See,
to
I'm
take
talking to somebody who knows something here. Thank you, Jesus. Because when you say
yeah.
fondant, it's people who buying cakes. When you say
Fondant is
fondant,
expensive. Fondant is very expensive.
they
Whether
don't
you
even
make it or
know.
whether you purchase, it's expensive.
It's
It's
very
very
expensive.
expensive, and it's going to take more than one type of fondant
Yep.
for this, and then the colors.
Hmm.
Even if whether you print those colors
Hmm.
or whether you, however you do it, you still it's for it to be at a color.
Right.
It's not
And
cheap.
then the edible money,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. All
like,
that stuff is not cheap. The
yep.
rope,
And then it looks like it's a two-tier cake. I'm assuming it's a two-tier cake. But what I was thinking of doing was
it
maybe
looks like
doing
it's more
like,
than two. It looks, I can
right.
see one, two, three.
Yeah, maybe
I
a
see like
three-tier
four.
cake.
And no, I see a four. I see four. They're not big. They're about a about 8 to 7 inches round, and they get a little smaller as you go up because you're gonna have to cut it
Right.
to shape it.
See,
But that's like,
you thinking about every layer of cake though. A
yeah,
tier, a tier is two cakes.
okay, I got you.
So
Right,
yeah, a
right.
tier is
So you
two
got a two
cakes.
tier, right?
So
Two
I'm
tier.
thinking
You're
it's
exactly
about two
right.
tiers, yeah,
You're
and like
exactly right. I know what
maybe
you
a
mean.
8 inch round, 8 inch
That's my
round for the
bad.
first two cakes, and
Yeah.
maybe for the second two cakes, maybe 6 inch round.
No,
for the top two cakes?
I would stick with the same eight because you're gonna cut it and shape it anyway.
Yeah, just all eights. Okay, so 4/8. Okay,
Yeah, 4/8,
and then just shape it, just curve it
and
in a
then
little
the
bit.
dry ice, and then the outside the dry icing, the dry
Uh
layer,
huh. Yeah.
in order to stick the fondant to,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, because you
then
not only gotta still make the frosting to cover the cake and put in between each layer, but then you
you
gotta
gotta
cover it
cover
with the
the
fondant.
outside, the whole
Yeah.
outside, and smooth it and give it full definition, and
Yeah.
then you put the fondant on, and then the fondant that it's going to take to make that rope,
The rope, that's like that's money right there, just the rope. Then I gotta buy the
the
gold
gold tint,
coloring,
the gold
yeah.
color, the metallic
Hmm.
gold color.
Yeah.
Then you gotta make the blocks. Whether you
Hmm.
now you can get that chocolate money bar to
Hmm.
do that.
Yeah.
You can use the chocolate money bar for
Right.
the money.
Hmm.
Um, but then the gold, that glitter gold dollar, that's a whole nother sheet of
That's a
fondant.
whole nother type of edible icing sheet. Hmm.
Yep, that's a whole nother type. Then the white one with a happy birthday is written on there. So we talking
Yeah.
so far in different types of fondant, because that pink fondant, that's gonna be either a huge sheet or a couple of sheets.
Yeah.
So
And that's regardless if
we
I
talking we
buy it
talking about
pink or if I dye
we
it
talking
pink.
about
It's
just
either way.
about $75 just for the fondants, not including the money.
If not more expensive, if not more.
If not more. So something like this, we talking like $1.75.
Okay, so I charge 225.
Yeah.
So you in the right area. You in the right
Yeah.
area.
Bucks.
You in the right
And
area.
that's just the low end.
Right.
Yeah, that's the low end.
Yeah, the low end is
And
like 175, and I charge 225 because of the simple fact I would also have to deliver it. Because when you
now,
make custom design
right, you
cakes
got
like that,
all those
tier
factors.
cake,
Got to, but then you have to have the encasing to keep it stable and
exactly,
covered. So all of
exactly.
those
And with
things
something
cost,
like that, I have to have somebody making sure
and
they're holding the box.
that's just the icing that we talking about. We ain't
Yeah,
talking about the batter, the eggs, the flavor, the
that's what I'm
sugar,
talking about. That's what I'm
the
talking about.
pan. I mean, you got the pans, but all of that, the bacon
The
spray,
the
the
utilities,
yep, the bacon spray, all of that, and then
the cake
all the
board, the cake
sugar and
box, the yeah,
the powdered sugar to make the icing, the
and powdered sugar up here in
yeah,
Nebraska for the name brand. You know, I like to use my name brand, right?
right,
So
yeah,
it's 330 per bag,
per bag, and then
and
you got
That's for the CNH, the name brand.
CNH. I know you love your CNH, girl. I already know
Girl, I don't use off brand when I make frosting. Mm-mm.
your CNH, and it does matter, y'all, because
Mm-hmm.
that frosting will be nice and whipped.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you try to spread it, it'll get nice and warm on you and start
And
running.
they'll start falling and running. Yep.
Yep. So you got it, and then I'll be like, why is this stuff not staying in place? It tastes good, but it ain't stiffing up, or it ain't.
Trust me,
Yeah,
I made mistakes when I first started years and
yeah.
years ago, and I'm
That's why I
telling
stopped
you,
decorating.
boy,
That's why I decorate maybe for my family, and most of my art is freehand. I don't do all. I'm gonna stop messing with the font. It was too expensive, and people do not want to give you a work.
they
That's why,
don't. That's
like,
what I
just
was
for
saying.
the ice cream, I told my guy, Mom, for a 5-quart bucket, I can't sell it for less than $40.
And that sounds good. That sounds good. So you gotta take into consideration what I do is I take in consideration like I charge myself, not charge myself, but I put a hourly wage on myself as a cake decorator. And it's based on skills. Like when I first started off, I didn't my hourly wage wasn't that much. But now my hourly rate is at least 21 an hour. And that's for being a cake decorator at least. So I always charge myself an hourly rate. So if it's something simple, like that peanut butter cake that I made the other day, something
Oh,
like that would
girl, that
take
was
like
beautiful.
yeah, something like that would take like 2 hours. So I would charge like 20, 40 for my hourly not 20, 40. That's for like really extravagant. For something like that, I would charge myself like maybe 17, an hour for something like that. And so that would be
Mm,
like 30 something right there. And then I would charge the ingredients. And that would come up to about $50. So that's how I do it. Now, when it comes to the fondant and stuff like that, you need more technical skills. You paying for my skills. So I'm gonna be charging you about 21, 22 an hour on top of all the ingredients and everything that I need. And you know what I'm saying? It takes hours to do fondant cakes, hours.
mm.
So
You gotta put
that's
it
I don't really
on
like
just
messing with
right.
fondant, but I will do it. But I don't like messing with
Yeah.
fondant because
That's
it's
why I
so
said I
time
don't
consuming.
do. If I can't do it with icing and a piping bag, I'm
Right, a
done.
pipe
I ain't
bag.
gonna. Hmm.
Yeah. I don't like finding it. It's not that I don't like it because I like being creative. It's just so time consuming, and that's why people charge a lot of money because I could be making 5, 6 cakes in the time that I got to do a cake that's
Exactly.
yeah, you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying. So,
Exactly.
but people don't understand that, and so when people be like, how much?" And I'm like, you know what? Hit me up if you really want me to do it. But yeah, so it's fun. I love cake decorating. It's very therapeutic. Like I was talking to another cake decorator the other day. It's like it's so therapeutic when you're decorating and coming up with ideas and stuff like that. But some people they just be so inconsiderate of your time, and your skill.
Mhm.
So yeah, but oh well. I know bro is probably wondering like why she keep putting these pictures in the chat. He probably think I'm putting them in the wrong chat. Let me put
Oh,
these pics are for Sis-Lo before they start thinking like you in the wrong chat, girl.
he said he just walked in from work. Bro,
That was
ain't
about
got
an
even
hour and a half ago.
girl. I didn't even
Dude,
mean
you
to.
literally got me when I was asleep because I was like literally like I was asleep like all day.
Well, you needed that, bro. I'm about to go in and make me a quick burger real quick. I'm hungry. I've been eating all
Ooh, that
day.
sounds good.
I had, you know what I had? Some ice cream all day long. And I waited till lunchtime. Oh, you know what? While I'm talking to you, let me get my medicine.
Oh, I might have to have you make me some and ship me some. You can ship frozen. See,
Yeah,
people be
I
asking me
have
to
to
ship
get
them
some.
cakes,
I have
but
to
I
get
can't
some.
do it.
Get some dry ice and ship it too.
Yeah, but see, people be asking me to ship them cakes, and I'm like, no, because as much time as I put in them cakes and as pretty and beautiful as they look when they leave my house, I can't guarantee they're gonna look like that being shipped.
Hmm.
And some people, they so careless. Them people who work for those services, UPS or whoever, FedEx,
Hmm.
they so careless. Shoot, you say like you know how the box say right side up or this side up or don't shake or don't drop or be careful or all them things they put on them boxes. I
Yeah,
can't trust. And then guess what's gonna happen if something comes upside down, split apart? I want my money back.
exactly.
Mm-mm. Nope. And then you have to go down to the place
No,
and
you
all
the
this
only
kind of
thing
stuff
is
is
you get it
shipping.
insured. Get it
That's
insured, and they mess it up, then they pay it.
yeah, but that's still a bad look though.
Yeah, it really
Because that'll
is.
make somebody not want to order from you again, and they're gonna talk shit. Like I ordered this cake from such and such, and the cake changed, even though it might not have been my fault.
Champagne said she liked that thing.
She like, oh,
I can't even unplug my phone because my battery low. I would take the phone in the kitchen while I gotta fix my stuff. You got him.
And this cake, by the way, is for a sweet 16 birthday.
Uh,
This cake, by the way, is for a sweet 16.
with money on it like that?
Yeah, girl.
What
My
money
son
got to do
got a
with
sweet 16 cake with
16?
money on it. Well, my son's cake was it was a basketball and money theme because he played sports. Both my sons did, but my youngest one was really into basketball. So on his cake, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's on my cake Facebook page. But it was a two-tier cake. You seen those cakes with the basketball design where they have like the rope made out of fondant, the basketball hoop, made out of fondant, the white rope. And so it was like a two-tier cake with a basketball theme, all fondant. It had NBA on it, everything. And it had a picture of him on the top of the cake shooting, like one of the pics I took from one of his games, him shooting at the free throw line. And it had like fake money and stuff on the cake. But that's what he said. He said, I want a basketball theme and I want fake money, like $100 bills. I was like, okay.
Sean. Well, went to sleep.
That's your baby? He sleep?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Champagne said she liked that.
Yeah. You know,
It is cute, though. It is cute.
all right.
Cute.
Don't ask me
I
no
think-
when I pick mine up. I'll fix mine a little bit later. No, move.
No, tell him I'm getting a burger. Tell him I'm getting it.
All right, I'll make you one too.
I want 2 burgers with onions.
Oh, they should make it for you then. Who take this way? It's a cake shoe. Oh, can I have some of this? Where you live? You in Omaha, right? I'm about to
Yeah, I'm so far away. I'm so far away.
You can hear my business. You on live?
But your mom's supposed to come visit one day, so maybe she'll bring you.
He went back in the room. What'd you say, boy?
How old is he now? He's 16 now, right?
He's 14. He said he gonna come to Omaha just to get him some of that cake.
Tell him if you ever come up here, get a chance to come up here, he can come too. Sure.
Well, you don't want that hungry, Jack.
Girl, he will be no different than my boys and my cousins. They always, what you cooking? What you baking?
When I come, I'm coming to get in trouble. I'm looking for a.
He can stay at the crib. He can stay at the crib.
I'm coming to look for a big daddy.
He can stay at the crib with Cameron. Now they gonna play. Do he play video games?
Game in the TV, and he'll be all right.
Do he play video games?
Some snack on. He won't even bother.
Because that's what my sons do. They go to work and they come home and they play video games and sleep and eat. That's all they do.
They don't want that. He won't even know he's there.
So that's what I love about my kids. My sons have always been low maintenance. Like,
yeah,
they good. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
Come up for air once in a while.
Yeah, that's how my son is. Like today, I came home. Today I went to the store earlier shopping, and I text Cam. I said, "Cam, I'm on my way home. I'm gonna need you to come to the garage to help." And he said, "I'm recording game videos right now, so I'll do my best." And I responded. I said, "Do you plan on eating anything that I got from the store?" He was like, "Mom, I'm gonna come downstairs." I said, "Okay." Sure, come on, you gonna do your best. I'm gonna do my best not to feed you either any of this food all week.
And this boy and Sean playing too much. I think about. Well, all right. Think about this right here. Bam! Mom's coming.
Girl, no, my sons hate when I yell. I'll be like,
listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm telling you, sis. I am so freaking excited. My baby started high school.
And I can't believe he's 14.
14.
Tall and
so
then he his birthday
touched the top of the door.
Was his birthday late or something? Because don't normally you be like 15.
Same day as my brother that passed birthday, July 23rd. Same day,
Oh,
exactly 40
so
years
how you
apart.
get to how you get to high school so early?
He 14, ninth
I thought,
grade.
yeah, hold up. 15, 16. I thought you'd be 15 in the ninth grade. Oh, well,
14, 9, 15, 10, 16, 11, 17 to 12.
see,
And
mine
guess
was
what?
different. I was 18 when I graduated because my birthday is in December. So
Yeah,
I
that's
was
right. Yeah.
December, wait,
They made
15,
you
16.
start later because your
Yes,
birthday
yeah.
was late.
Yep, December I was 14. That's right. I was 14, then turned 15, then turned 16 and 10, 17 and 11, and 18 during my senior year. Yep, that's how I went. Okay. Okay, you're right.
And
14. Okay.
guess what? Guess what? My grandbaby Kissy, she gonna graduate it as she's going to graduate at 15 or 16.
You talking about the singer? No,
Kiss,
she's
no,
older than that.
not Taylor. Taylor 17.
Yeah, Taylor 17. Okay.
She's going to graduate. She's gonna turn 18 before she graduates.
Yep,
But
that's how it was for me.
and she
Yep, yep.
graduated with a 4.2, I think.
Mhm.
But I'm talking about Kissy. Kissy that be up here all the time.
Mhm.
Kissy
I
and
don't
Kyrie.
okay, okay,
Kissy,
okay, okay.
yeah, the one that's talk real popular is all of them talk popular. But anyway, she got double promoted. She went from the first to the third.
Okay, that's what's up.
And they're like the teachers love her because they like she's breezing through the third grade.
Uh-huh.
So she's 2 years younger than them, but she's breezing through it. So she when she graduate, instead of graduating at 17, she's gonna graduate at 15.
That's what's up. And what grade she in now?
She's in the third.
Okay.
Yep. So she was double promoted.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hmm.
Now I was gonna
Yep.
ask you about this. I just saw this news clipping today about this lady in your neck of the woods. Well, I don't know how close, but it did say Michigan. And it was a lady, a white lady, who had drove her children into a freezing river, and it was three of them, and they all passed. And she just
How
got
long
5 years.
ago?
This was recent. This was like real recent. I mean, it happened like last year, but she was just sentenced this year. Hold on, let
Oh,
me see.
yeah.
Hold on, Michigan. Because I was gonna ask you if you knew anything about it. Michigan lady. Oh, so they said she plunged. What? How does the title go? She plunged into icy river. I'm just typing anything. Icy river. 3 kids. I just typed 3 kids. I was just man. I'm telling you, I was reading that story and my heart just broke. Like three little kids in a freezing river. But okay, here it goes. Michigan woman will serve up to 5 years in prison for crashing icy pond that made her
Her
three
name is
sons pass away.
Gonzalez.
Her name is Letitia Gonzalez, and she pleaded
Yeah,
no contest.
yeah, in Holland, Michigan. Like that's like near Grand Rapids,
Yeah, it says Western.
Muskegon.
Yeah, Western Michigan.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And she basically told the judge, I lost everything I ever needed and I hate myself so much. I've been sentenced to life without them for the rest of my life, so I'm asking for forgiveness. So she was basically trying to ask the judge to not give her any time because she's already dealing with this for the rest of her life. And the judge was like, you
Well,
was
she
on
was doing
drugs.
bad years.
She was
She
on
was
drugs.
on methadone.
Yeah, she was on meth. And they said,
Well, no. It's not methamphetamine. It
oh
was
yeah, no, I know.
methadone.
Methadone. Right, yeah, no. And that's like
That's the
they
one that
said it's for
treats. That's the one that treats people for getting off of heroin.
right. And it's also a pain reliever as well. And yeah,
It's a narcotic to get you off of narcotic.
that's what it
That's
is.
it.
It's a narcotic to get you
That's
off
it.
narcotic. And they said
Yeah.
this is not a one time situation. for you, with your desire to use drugs, but it's a pattern. And they said, unfortunately, your children ultimately paid the price for your drug abuse. So they have to give her some type of time. I mean, I hate that she's going through that, and I hate that the kids have to suffer. But it's like these people, when they be having these drug addictions, they want to like blame it on the drugs. Oh, I wasn't in my right mind. Oh, this and that. Oh, already suffering. This is going to eat at me for the rest of my life, and stuff like that. So just let me off. Do that necessarily mean you're gonna stop using drugs? Do that mean what I mean? Like it's kind of hard. Like there are some people who go through some really, really horrible things in their life, right? And they turn their life around. They literally they get to the bottom and they change their life around. But you never know if the person that you're dealing with is going to be one of those people,
Mm-hmm.
or if they just going to go back to whatever they're doing in the first place. So I think that's why the judge was just like, I got to give you some type of time, sis, because she could have got more than that. How much time you think she should have got?
Year, 20 years,
Right, and he's only giving her 5.
or 10, at least 10 to 20. Cause
And that's per kid. This is 5 for all 3. So yeah, she could have got like literally life in prison. And let it not have been her own children, she definitely probably would have got life in prison. If she would have ran into somebody else and that family and all of them died in an icy pond, she'd never see the light of day again. So I think she got off pretty easy myself. And then they said she had 2 doses of methadone. So you there, sis? Sis-Lo.
you can't hear me. I
I
just
couldn't hear you.
got my mouth.
Uh, Yeah, the last thing
Did
I
I?
heard you say was you said
I
she should get like you said she should get
20,
some kind.
10 to 20.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. That's the last thing I heard.
Yeah, I don't. Girl, I would have. I would
Yeah,
have
that's what
wanted
I'm saying.
her to.
Me too. I would have wanted to be punished. If that was my kids, punish me, judge, punish me. Because I deserve to be punished for some shit like that. And like I said, if that was her and she did that to somebody else's kids, oh, she would never get out of jail. So she pretty lucky if you ask me.
Yeah, she real.
Yeah,
She ought
real
to
lucky.
want it.
5 years, she can do that in her sleep. I mean,
She
I ain't
should.
gonna say it's gonna be easy, but 5 compared to 50 or 60 or 70. Girl, you better take that time. And my kids, you know how this is a bad comparison, but I gotta use it anyway. Your son plays sports, right?
Uh, Not yet.
Okay, he might not play sports yet, but okay. So let me talk to all the sports parents out there, the football parents. When it's like if you're in like a state like me or Sis-Lo, and it can be like 20, 30, 40 degrees and your child out there playing football, and you say, I ain't going because it's too cold. Do you know how many parents do that
You
shit?
just run into something. That boy just ran into something. Yeah, you gotta go regardless. Hot, cold. What you
It could be
doing?
raining, it could be
I
a
want to
blizzard,
do some
it could be
dumb
rain,
stuff.
it
I
could
want to do
be,
some
girl, do you know how many times I sat outside watching a football game and I had like 2 blankets on, earmuffs, hat, coat, scarves, boots, 2 pair of pants. I mean,
yeah,
cocoa for
you finna
days,
see my
hot cocoa
chocolate.
for days. Because I'll be like, if my son can suffer through this
I
at a
can
football
too.
game, then I can suffer and cheer him on.
Right.
So that's how I feel about that. So yeah, if my child is suffering, I'm gonna suffer. So if I would have done something like that shit, make me suffer.
Mhm.
That's how I feel.
Mhm.
But yeah, I used to hate that when parents be like, I ain't coming to the game. I'll be like, I didn't see you at the last game, girl. It was too cold. But your son out there with no coat on. When they playing football, they don't be having two, three, four, 5 layers of clothes.
No,
They have on pads and their uniform and a helmet.
and
Like
that's
they be out there freezing, no coats, no jackets, no blankets, and
yeah.
be out there freezing. I'll be like, I wish I would pick my
Sometimes
son up after the
one
game. Like, how was the game, son? While I'm up toasty at home. Mm-mm.
I want to be where my baby is with a blanket. I got me my blanket, my snuggie.
That's what we be having, our snuggies, our blankets, and then after the game, we make sure we got some nice warm hot cocoa for them in the car.
Yep, in the
And,
thermos.
thermos, yeah, we keep a thermos at the games.
Yep, the hand warmers,
Yep, hand warmers, feet warmers, you buy all that for your
everything you
kids.
stop.
Yep,
Leg
yep,
warmers for the knees.
yep. I be going to what's that place? Uh that place at the mall that sell all the sporting goods. We be up there and we be buying all those things, the hand warmers, feet warmers, all that
You
kind of
get them
stuff.
at the Dollar Tree.
At the Dollar Tree?
Yes, hand warmers. You get them at the Dollar Tree.
What?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to Dick's. That's where we used to go, Dick's.
Yep.
Yeah.
You get the hand warmers at the Dollar Tree. Yep.
Well, I know for now. Well, I ain't got no kids. I don't really need them anymore. But
Well, you might go to a homecoming game or something.
girl, I ain't going to shit. My kids is dumb, and I don't have any. I don't have like any nephews or that play football. Because that's how it used to be. When my kids graduated, we still like would go to all our, nephews and little cousins games and stuff like that. And I still like doing that stuff, especially basketball. But I ain't really got nobody in the family doing sports like that.
My daughters played. They were in track. One of them played basketball. Um, and anything they did, I was right there with them.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was right there with my baby.
Yeah, I love sports because the worst thing is when you go to a game to support your kids and you seem like one of a handful of parents that are there and it's like 20 kids on the team. And so what you do is you learn all the kids. You eventually learn all their personalities, what they like, what they don't like, and you become like a team mom.
Dream on.
And instead of just bringing stuff for your kid, you start bringing stuff for everybody. And then, like the few parents who are there, we take turns buying snacks, fruit, things like that, especially for the away games. And but those kids be looking and expecting their parents to be in the bleachers, and they don't be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was always like that mom, team mom. All my friends of my sons called me mom, stuff like that.
What do you think about the blind side?
The movie?
The blind side. Or
You talking about the
like
movie?
uh,
You talking about the movie with Sandra Bullock?
yeah, the real life situation though.
Yeah, with Sandra Bullock.
Yeah,
With that boy that did she adopt him or didn't she he like moved in with her and she adopted him, right?
I'm talking about the real life situation that just unfolded over the summer.
What was that?
It turned out that they didn't really adopt that man.
Oh?
They just became his conservator so they can be over his money.
Oh.
End up taking that boy's money.
Oh?
Yep.
And they had to nerve to agree to a movie?
I got all they said that they didn't get paid off the movie, but the people said yes, you did. and he didn't
Well,
get
I would
none.
imagine that if they did get paid off, how could you be like, but you know what? You know what? There are situations though where like me and you could put a damn movie together and make it a rendition of something, and we ain't got to pay the people who really were the actual people who went through the shit.
They actually sold the rights or whatever. They got money from it, but they told him that they got
Mm,
all the money, and now he's suing them.
really,
They turned out it wasn't an adoption at all. It was a conservatorship.
really. So they
Yes.
just kept this boy in their home, and they didn't have no legal rights over him.
Well, it's not just that. Well, they had guardianship, but they never adopted
But they
him.
never adopted him. Okay.
Or think he was actually their family.
Well, maybe I got that wrong, or is that what everybody else thought too?
Everybody thought it. He thought it too until just
Oh,
recently.
oh,
That's why now he's suing.
wow,
They got dirty,
wow.
and they did it because they knew once he became a professional football player, that they would stand to. So all his
That's
business,
crazy.
all his business and stuff, they had conservatorship over it. And so they were collecting from him the whole time.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That is messed up.
They beat up, and he thought that it was all because they thought, oh, we want you to be a part of their family and all that. You remember because they had trouble because he wanted to go to one college and they wanted him to go somewhere else, and they trying to say that they were taking bribes and stuff. So now
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. They probably were
Mm,
for him to go to Ole Miss. Where
mm,
they
mm, mm.
Mhm.
Wow. Girl,
Yup,
I'm up here distracted by my neighbor's blinds. You know how people be having some raggedy ass toe up blinds,
hmm
and they got them in the front of their house, so they front windows.
I can't see it.
The blinds are just toe up.
I can't
Like it
stand
costs $5 to get some blinds. If you just going to go with like the cheap ones,
it.
even though the ones I bought from Home Depot cost an arm and a leg when I bought my house, but to just get some decent blinds, it costs like $5 or less. Girl, I'm up here staring at they blinds like I can't take it. I can't stand when people have raggedy ass blinds in their windows.
Maybe they
It's like four pieces
maybe
missing
they just
every
have
other
like
fourth
that to
row.
go with the rest of their Halloween stuff.
I can't take it. I hate that. I hate going over people's house and they have blinds just scattered, just tore up. Like somebody just ran their fingers through them and just ripped them all down.
Like my grandson tried to do mine.
I can't, girl. One day, ooh, I remember at my old house, my son's friends, they was monkeying around in my living room, and my son don't play that shit. And he was up there like, y'all better stop, y'all better stop, y'all better stop. Girl, next thing you know, they done ripped like my blind down. Girl, I made each one of them go to their parents. I want my blinds replaced. I don't care if I was being petty or not. No, I ain't about to
What?
replace what your grown ass teenage sons did. Sure. They was like, Mom, we'll fix them. Yeah, you sure will. Shit, cause ain't nothing else look decent in the house. We sure gonna have some decent looking blinds, cause that shit looks tacky. And these birds is getting on my nerves. Oh. All I hear is, you know how they sound when they fluttering, like
Uh-huh.
that fluttery noise.
Yep. The wing, batting the wings
Yeah, they all up in my what they call them? Not rapture. What they call that shit?
up in the eaves of your.
Yeah, I'm about to go get some off because I have like not off but the the raised spider spray. I keep raised spider spray for outside. If I happen to sit out here and see a spider, I'm about to spray their asses with some raid. But no, I ain't gonna be out here long because it's getting chilly.
I'm about to watch this movie
You about to
and
watch what?
watch a movie. I'm gonna go in here and fix me a hamburger first, and then
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
thought
come
you was
in.
already making it. You ain't started yet.
Because I told you my phone battery low.
Oh,
I
it's Tuesday. Do you make tacos on Taco Tuesday?
I'm
Or are you
good.
a fan of tacos?
I like tacos, but I ain't got the other stuff to go with it.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
Girl, I like making on Tuesdays. I like making nachos with Doritos.
And I got well the little mini bag of Doritos. That ain't gonna be enough.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be enough.
I need to have enough, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go in here and fix me something to eat because it's gonna be real late, and I gotta take my meds, my blood pressure medicine. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I already ate earlier. I'll probably make me some popcorn later if I get hungry. But enjoy your evening, you and your son, and
Appreciate
I will
you.
holler at you later.
Yeah. I thank you for coming on with me, sis. I've
No
enjoyed
problem.
this time. I'm about to go in here and feed my face so I can lay
All
the
right.
brown down. You understand? I love
Well,
you on
make
purpose.
sure you
There ain't nothing you can do about it.
I love you too, and have a wonderful evening. Tell your son I said bye bye.
I shall, and tell everybody good night. I love y'all on purpose. Thank you for joining us. My sister and I. Be sure to support Dahoo Table. And thank you for supporting me. Have a blessed night. See y'all. And I'm